Hey guys, so after the last update, we've seen a lot of players switching away from the Root Rider spam attacks. Not all of them, of course, you'll still see the spammers, that's just going to be a thing. But you've seen a lot of players picking up the Fireball Super Witches mainly. I've seen at least a lot in my Legend defenses, as well as, our clan is using it a ton. You see it in wars, etc. But anyways, because of that, you're seeing a little bit of a shift in the base meta, I think. You're seeing those big stacked cores that have all of the defenses around them with the two rage compartments. One's on the town hall and then one's just behind it with more defenses. It's very common base right now. At least there's like a few ways that they line them up. You see it often, and I just wanted to kind of run through a quick way to beat them. This applies not just with Fireball WoW, the army I play, but it actually applies for any Fireball comp. Just beating these anti-Fireball bases. It's really not that hard, and all it takes is a little bit of patience. So I'm going to jump into a few replays, run through the best way to do it, and yeah, not take up any more time. So let's hop into it. Okay, so this first base here is definitely the most unique out of all of the ones, but it has that one main trait that we're looking for, which is that stacked core in the center. And it doesn't have any crazy obvious outside Fireball value. Maybe the town hall, those expos and everything, but anyways, we decide to start here with the flame flinger, get that single and set the funnel on that side, and then going with an old-fashioned warden walk over here. Once again, just setting the funnel. We're just going to bring the king out with some barbs and archers, and then use a headhunter and the warden to kill him. The flame flinger is working over there. We're just going to let it do its thing for a while. Setting it up almost like an old-fashioned super bowler attack. And then we're charging into the core here, which is really easy on this base because the walls just basically let me walk into it. Skelly spell distracting that other single that I can't get to. I did wall break in there just to see maybe if someone would come back to it, but I don't think anyone does. My king gets distracted and starts to wrap around there to the RC, but that's fine. She hops the wall, and then king gets back on track. And then here we go, heading into the core here, the main area where you'd normally have problems because that you would have wasted your Fireball, dropping it there, quaking on the back end. You get that raged scatter down on the backside, and then one hit that eagle, that whole core is gone, and just like that, RC comes up, falls in behind, and takes on the back end here. At this point, it's just a monolith, but because we were fireballing in the core, we didn't have to invest that Queen Mirror Rage Invis combo that we like to do. So we have that readily available for the Town Hall, and all the Invis is left because, once again, we weren't fireballing on the outside. We didn't need to do all this, so it allows a lot of security for your heroes on the back end. As you can see, it's going to be a swag lolo. And these are bases that normally can cause trouble to people because they try and force their Fireball value early. They end up not getting the most Fireball value, or they go for something a little too creative, trying to get the core from the outside of the base, and then it ends up, being a complete disaster in a 1-star or something like that. Okay, this second base style is probably the more common version that you'll see, and you see a lot of people making the mistake of fireballing that top eagle compartment there. It's okay Fireball value, but in the grand scheme of things, it leaves a lot left for your heroes, and then you're generally approaching from the top side down, dealing with the CC while you're under the rage compartment, and then still having the monolith on the back end. So instead, once again, we're gonna set the funnel with the old-fashioned warden walk here, not using a druid or anything because we're not taking damage at the start. And then as soon as those first two buildings are cleared there, so my queen won't go back, we're bringing the king and then starting the siege barracks here. They get tied up for a sec on the queen, that's no problem. And then here comes my queen as well, right into the side of this rage compartment. Now the jump, I'm only connecting into this part here. I didn't want my troops to start wandering off back down towards the gold storage, so that's why that jump is placed like that. And here they go into the core. My warden starts to follow off a little bit towards the top there, but he comes back and then he starts to leave again, and I can just tell that he's about to leave, so I pop it there, and then boom, You get that whole back end. It leaves the Rage Scatter up, but then my queen's there, and I still have, once again, all the invises left, and that's huge for this, because now I can let my queen sit there and deal with all the remaining buildings left available with all 3 queen clones, and then they can just crush that core. So as you can see, they murdered it. The RCU takes a little while to clean it up because I'm greedy and I like to swag my troops, but overall it's going to be once again crushed, and a base that is once again designed to stop these type of armies. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, this army's broken, fireball's broken, and all it takes is a little bit of patience. Alright, third and final base. Pretty similar to the last one. This is, I think, like the most common internet variation of this base. It has a little bit more damage for the Warden Walk here, so we're going to toss a Druid or 2 on him to make sure he stays alive. But otherwise, same exact entry, same formula, and it works every time. So here you go. Once those first 2 buildings are down, so my queen doesn't get lured back, sending the wall break, the king again, the queen, and then there goes the siege barracks on the outside there. The jump spell here is going to come down once again in the middle here, not connecting to the outside compartments because you don't want to be giving them too many paths. And then here comes the CC. The king's going to deal with that. The rage tower is on him, and everything gets kind of tied up a little bit here, but that's okay. The druids are on him, and with the gauntlet damage reduction, he's taking so much damage for the army here. And then as the warden steps into the core here, he just needs to take one more step, and I pop it, boom, there it is, gets both scatters down, and then the queen still has all the invis left. She pops the ability with the rage there, and then you can have the 3 queens to clean up all the rest there. You know, there's not really much else to say. Like, I don't know how a base builder stops these fireball comps. I think that it's bound to get nerfed coming up, just because like there's no way to stop it with the hero equipment. The magic mirror with all of the invises left available when you're in the core of the base is just a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, you got to take this into your attacks. If you get frustrated taking these bases, or sometimes, you know, you sit there and you're like, oh, that's one of these, this is the way to beat them. And it genuinely is like a very, very simple crack that maybe people just don't think about because they only ever see the fireball used right from the start of the attack. But anyways, yeah, there you have it, guys. Make sure to subscribe for some more strategic Clash of Clans content, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.